Hello everyone. I know this is different from what I usually do, but I feel like making a video like this. I think it's about time I made a tutorial. Whether you would or not. Today we're going to learn how to build a shop in Minecraft. You know, pretty basic. You get some items. You have currency. In this case, it's the dungeon's credit. It had dungeon credit one in the corner. And you can sell those items. Pretty simple mechanic. I know that skygens are very popular. So if I go, you know this. Simple map with ore generators, logs, stone, and you just work your way to the top like this guy has here. Obviously, the shop is a fundamental mechanic for custom items like ender pearls or totems of undying, because you can't get those without data packs from crafting. So we are going to learn how to make a shop. The first thing you want to do, load into the world that you want your shop to be in, and if you've already built a nice starting area, then you don't need to worry about this. The next thing you want to do, as a prerequisite command, game rule command block output false. This is so that when you step on a command block, it won't say anything back to you in chat. This is useful because if you have a stack of items that you want to sell, you won't get a notification for each one you sell. That'll get the spam out of the way. The next one you want to do, to actually, get your currency, scoreboard, objectives, add, and then whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call mine coins. You have to type in dummy afterwards, so it actually registers that that's what you want. And then you can put the display name. So I'm going to put in money for the display name, just to show that it can be different. Now, to get that on the sidebar, scoreboard objectives set display sidebar coins. There we go. Now it's on my screen. So now we don't have to worry about anything else. Now, to give yourself the command block, give @s command block. I think that's pretty simple. I'm going to get myself a pressure plate. We'll just use paintwork. Why not? Now, to actually build the shop function, for the sell one, you will usually need 2 command blocks. And both of them need to be facing the same direction, so both of mine are going to be facing down. They need to be facing the same direction so that they can activate in a chain. Because if you have one facing the other direction, the first one might work, but the second one, since it's not facing the same direction, it doesn't know that it's in the same chain, so it won't work. Now, for your first command block, we are going to type in clear @p, and then the item you want to sell. Since mine says diamond, I'm going to clear myself of 1 diamond. And you want to set that to repeat so that you don't have to step off and on the pressure plate each time you want to sell 1 diamond. So that's the first command. The next one you want to do, scoreboard players add @p, so the closest player, and that's usually the one who's on the command block, coin 1. And you want to set that to chain, conditional, and an always active command block. So, if we now give ourselves a stack of diamonds, and step on this, we should get a stack of money, so it'll be 64 coins. But we need a bit more for our totem of undying, so I'm going to sell another stack of diamonds. There we go. Now, to make a purchasable item, you need 3 command blocks. This one's a bit more difficult. Once again, they all need to be facing down. Oh my god. There we go. In a row like so. The first one doesn't need to be repeat because you're usually not buying stacks of items. You're usually buying maybe one really good item. The first one you want to do is scoreboard players test @p coins, and then the amount of coins that the item's worth, so 75 coins. Now, the reason we don't just set it to remove straight away is because, well, if you do that, then your money can go into the negatives, and you can't have negative money, so it needs to test if you have the right amount of money first. The next command you want to type in needs to be a chain, conditional, and always active command block. Scoreboard players remove @p coins, and then the price of the item. So mine's 75. So we'll actually remove your money. And then you will want to give them the items. You want to give at P, in this case, Totem of Undying. Like so. And you want to say to once again change conditional and always active. Now, this hopefully should work. There we go. It took away 75 coins and it gave me a Totem of Undying. That's the shortened shop version. I know there's a lot more complex ones out there, but this is the most basic version. It only needs 5 command blocks for a total of like 2 items. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say, but there's your basic shop for any skyblock or dungeon map that you want to make. Thank you guys for listening, and I might make another one of these in the future, but yeah, goodbye.